What's up? This is your boy Super. Welcome to No Man's Sky. Playing the Waypoint update. I haven't played this. I left off on the last expedition. No Man's Sky Waypoint brings a vast array of new features. For full details, see nomansky.com. Introducing an overhaul to fundamental elements including inventories, milestones, cataloging, and game nodes. Custom game modes allow players to tailor every aspect of the game to their unique playstyle. Custom game modes. I said nodes, sorry. The catalog has been refreshed and expanded and now includes records of core missions and stories. The journey milestones have been expanded and improved with additional guidance for new players. Excuse me. Saves can now be renamed, and autosaving is more frequent to constantly preserve progress. Inventory sizes are now much larger and have been streamlined for ease of use. Hundreds of quality of life improvements, big and small, have been made across the game. Hello Games has been hard at work to improve and expand No Man's Sky. We hope you enjoy. Thank you so much, Hello Games. Yeah, I heard this was a banger of an update, and you can tell by the screen. The screen has changed. It's just the wallpaper, I guess, but it looks nice. I like it. Looks more futuristic and high tech than the cartoony nature of everything they used to have. And I guess we'll delete our last permadeath save. Permadeath is like, because I don't like to get stuck in this game. These live service constantly updating games. I don't like to get stuck in them for too long. So permadeath is the perfect way to go. By the time we die and lose our save, I'll have showcased and played and experienced everything that I wanted to see. There's no permadeath mode. Normal and infinite journey, explore and survive in a boundless universe. Relaxed, streamlined experiments, fewer systems to manage, lower costs, creative. Community expedition, there is no currently not one. This is a new screen. Custom from gentle to permadeath, total control. Survival, I would either go with survival or permadeath. But like I said, permadeath because I don't want to get stuck in this forever. Start with survival preset if we can. Survival elements, all. Survival difficulty, challenging. Challenging is a good word because I don't want it to be hard or difficult, but you can challenge me. Challenging is a good word to use for that. I like that. Natural resources, scarce, abundant. We'll go with standard. I don't know why, like, I don't understand why that's an option. Sprinting, standard. Scanner recharge, standard. Damage levels, um, let's just go with standard. This is a cool thing because I wanted some of the permadeath features, but not everything has to be challenging. A lot of things could be standard for me. Technology damage, challenging, okay. Death consequences, save deleted. See, they've automatically disabled a lot of elements. To do a permadeath run, you cannot have these options. Everything's got to be standard or above, except for survival, it's got to be full. Okay. Crafting. They grayed out some down here too. Fuel usage, expensive. Let's go with standard. Crafting standard. Recipes and blueprints, learnable. Purchases, standard. Goods availability, let's go standard. Oh, they've even got harsh. Inventory stack limits, we'll go with restricted. Combat, standard. On foot combat. Let's go with hostile. Space combat, hostile. Some things can be hard, or more than challenging, I guess. Hostile's not more than challenging, but I don't mind that. Tutorials enabled. Oh, we can't mess with anything down here. Inventory transfer range, hyperdrive systems, reputation and standing gains. We'll go with fast because that's not gonna be a big aspect of my gameplay, and it wouldn't be if I was playing by myself, not recording either. The guild reputation thing, I don't like that too much. Starting slot standard, have no choice. Difficulty settings changed, enabled. Once we start, we can have it locked. This action is permanent. So we'll have to die or delete our save to change the difficulty settings. That's not a big deal to me. Not a big deal. NMS, baby. It's very, it's very nice looking now. Like there was after like just a few months ago. I know everybody says it's become so good and everything, but there was still jank left in it. Just within the last expeditions before this last update. Glad to see they've tried to change that.
Life support systems activated.
Fucking beautiful.
Geokinetic system online.
Well, let's go then, motherfucker. Come on, come on, come on. It is online here. So we need some carbon, we need some ferrite dust, we need some lots of things. And we've got to get going, baby. Can't harvest those little tiny ferrite dusters. Okay. Liking the new update so far. Perform a scan to find sodium. Yeah, we need that ASAP. Like, we don't have enough ferrite dust to fix our scanner now. Stop disturbing me and let me work, motherfucker. Repair damage scanner. That's in our multi-tool. Yeah, inventory is a lot different. Okay, so scan to locate sodium. Oh, we're by a cave. We don't need scan and go crazy. There's sodium right here. Well, you're supposed to be able to destroy these for sodium. Looks like we did. Okay, finally. We can refine these cave marrow down into sodium once we get our file. Whoa! Not in all my days have I ever seen that in a mess. Never, never. Pretty for sure. Good thing about the cave is once we get up in here, our hazard protection will recharge itself. And what we're looking for is sodium, which you can find in caves. Guess what you use sodium for? To recharge your hazard protection. So, kind of extra benefit to be in the cave. For the purpose of what we're doing, too. But there should, I'm not seeing the hazardous plants. Hazardous plants is where you get the sodium. What is that? We complete a milestone. Definitely need the carbon.
Starship signal detected.
Our ship has pinged us. Yeah, I've got an unfair advantage. I've watched somebody else talk and play this a little bit, so I know that we're going to need stacks and stacks of carbon in a short period of time. Because they said that you can't buy ion batteries and you can't buy life support gel or life support capsules. You use cobalt to make craft ion batteries. And you don't get your refiner for a decent portion of the game. Once you get your refiner, you can just process cobalt to instantly regenerate it. But until then, we've got to harvest the actual amount we need. Might not be that bad, because you could also just go to the space station and buy cobalt and buy the things you need to craft it. Just because you can't buy it doesn't necessarily mean it's that bad. We do need tons of this, That's awesome that you can find it underground. What is the deal? We only got 6 carbon, that's why. They've got little numbers on the icons now. We got to be careful. We're gonna run out of carbon. There we go. That did us better. Yeah, we're taking it slow and easy. Thanks to the cave. We might have already died by now if we didn't find the cave. Can we get a good charge? No, we can't. So this shit here, we need dihydrogen. Yeah, they made a big show about how they did the PS5 update, and then everybody was disappointed because they didn't look much different. This update looks more high fidelity graphical wise than the PS5 update, and they made no mention of graphics in this update. You see that fire? That shit should have been introduced in the PS5 update, for sure. We still can't get a whole fucking charge. We got the hydrogen. Jetpack booster. We don't need that. We can't fly. We're in a fucking cave. Okay, now I want to recharge my mining beam. Yeah, this is very pretty looking. I don't remember seeing many caves like this. It might not be this update, because I don't spend a lot of time in caves, but I'm not a new player. I've been playing since maybe like somewhere between 2018 to 2020, and this is a new thing to me. It came out in 2016, so I didn't play it when it was at its worst, but I've been here for a few years now. Got like 300 hours in. I want my damn sodium. We can't do shit without sodium. We can run outside, choke to death, and then run right back to the cave because we need some goddamn sodium. Where are all these hazardous plants at? There's silver down here. We need to install this analyst visor. We need carbon nanotubes. We need inventory to craft that, right? Oh, it's technology. How do we craft? Low on carbon. Well, I'm not wasting my carbon to harvest those. The cobalt. We need carbon or we need sulfur. There's sulfur right there. And that's what they wanted a scanner for. Your scanner makes all these icons pop up. Oh, we're on a hot planet, so sulfur is gonna be fucking everywhere. I forgot about that. We're in Kaled. There's an Erd tree in front of us. There's an Erd tree. Look at it. Yay. Scan. I will hoard this sodium. Yes, sir. These usually have a good deal of carbon, and hydrogen jelly's got its icon changed, and it's a useful thing to hoard too. You get the little one, you get the big one. Not that big one. You'll know it when you see it. There's a big one. You need the advanced mining laser. Little babies. So we need carbon nanotubes. Not enough carbon here. How about now? Can you hear me now? You can hear me now. Multi-tool. Analyst visor. And this is my trigger scanner. This one's the L3 scanner. This one's a trigger scanner. The L3 scanner scanner is the one that brings up the icons. The trigger scanner is only temporary. It doesn't put those icons up. Yeah, fire planets decent place to start off. Sodium's probably everywhere. I don't know. Reach the mark signal. We got to head to our ship. It's down over this way. We got to climb the mountain. Sprinting in your jetpack consume life support. Your life support needs to be refilled with oxygen. That's not the punch button. Well, speaking of oxygen, you can harvest oxygen from these plants, hazardous plants. Hazardous plants on the outside give you oxygen. Hazardous plants in a cave give you sodium. Sometimes, they switch up a little bit to maybe boundary issues or whatever, but it's not too important either. Yeah. What was I gonna grab out here? I don't remember. Sodium's kind of worth the run though, as long as you got oxygen near you. There's always some oxygen by your starting ship too. Not a bunch. But if you're gonna die, know it's there. There's some right there. Oxygen-rich plants. So until you get established and you get a little bit of self-sufficiency going on, you might not want to sprint or use your jetpack. Or just use it sparingly. There's the oxygen I was telling you about. It's always the same. Well, it used to be always the same. This looks different. I thought it was 5 plants arranged in a different pattern. That has changed at this update. It's definitely not the same pattern, regardless of whether it's 4 or 5. It's not the same pattern. We can get on our ship and refill our hazard protection so we can save on our sodium. Plus advance the quest, the story. Most of these text boxes are gibberish, and even if they're not gibberish, they're like reading a tech manual, so it's never worth it to read it most of the time. When they do have regular speech like this, it's poetic ambiguity. You know what I mean? There's nothing. You just left more confused than you were before you read it, I find myself alone in a strange world, unequipped and in danger. I have no memory of how I got here, no sense of it before. But this ship at least seems to recognize me. The controls react to my touch, or at least to that of my exosuit. I am not dead yet. And this ship is a lifeline out to the stars. I'm not reading anymore. Connect my exosuit. See, log 4925A, unavailable, substituting data. Exosuit connected, suggestion, polished before maintenance, select desired repair path, repair ship systems. Self-guided repair protocols initiated. Pulse engine is broken. Repair it with a hermetic seal and metal plating. And our hazard protection is charging so slow. Look at it. Bottom left corner of the screen above the temperature, the name of the planet, the life support meter is the red bar, the hazard protection. It's red because we're on a hot fire planet. If we were on a toxic planet, it'd be green. If we were on a radioactive planet, it'd be yellow. If we were on a cold planet, it would be blue. That's the hazard it's protecting you from. It's a good time to go through, see if you have anything you can install or craft. We have something for life support at 10% to our tanks. Take 60 oxygen. We already have. This is a new icon. I'm not sure it was pulsating like that before either. I'm a pro, so I'm not worried about conserving my oxygen. I have confidence I will survive. This is a geode. You get it from harvesting rocks and things like that. If you break it open, it gives you more. We just got some more cobalt. That's the actual chemical molecule of oxygen there. That's cool. They've always had the molecule of carbon, but oxygen used to be red and white smoke or whatever. Condensed carbon. I kept this. This is usually junk. It even says junk right at the top of the rest of metal, but you can refine this down into ferrite dust. Sometimes I've ran into problems where I didn't have ferrite dust, and I just thought it wise to keep that on me. This is a new tab menu. They didn't have this. What does it do? It sorts it. All items, raw materials, high valued items. Highlights it. It doesn't really sort it. It highlights. See how these are grayed out? Installable tech. In this menu, this is your technology section. If you see a little icon in one of these empty squares, you can install it. And this is crap. Your cargo. These these little squares on the menu are things you can craft. Ion battery. This is what I was telling you about. This recharges your hazard protection. As you can see, you need cobalt dust and ferrite dust. Not cobalt dust. Sorry. You can use L1 or R1 to change the amount. We can. Well, 10's gonna be fine for us. Actually, let's go with 5. We're gonna need ferrite dust for other things. And then the life support gel. We can already craft some of those too. How many can we craft? 1. Well, we're going to need some more dihydrogen jelly to craft more of those. To get dihydrogen jelly, we need dihydrogen. And we have 164 dihydrogen. To craft another jelly, we're going to need 40 dihydrogen. So let's craft 4 more. Then let's craft 5 life support gel. We're missing the carbon. Okay. Okay, well we're ready to get on with the show here. We gotta repair our engine. We got some sodium nitrate that will recharge our hazard protection and it's useful for other things. Not useful enough that it's very valuable, but you can die without it. Bittersweet, I suppose. I want this yellow truck. Did I get it already? Residual goop refines down to nanites eventually. We don't need to worry about nanites right now. There's some buried technology module. Let's see if we can install a tray manipulator. Bolt caster, personal force field. We cannot. Okay, I think we've got to search here. Iteration. I wonder what it means by iteration. Boundary separation failure likely. Scenario deleted. Are we in the Matrix? Vessel 16 emptied. Cause Sentinel intervention. Deliberate transfer. Fresh iteration generated. Anomaly containment prepared. Broadcast. Yeah, they've really made the graphics a lot better. Broadcast received. Traveler anomaly detected. Anomaly is compliant. Position logged. System integrity scan initialized. Show me to the hermetic seal blueprints, my man. Metal plating, okay. Done. A lot of sodium around here. Come on, bring advanced quest. Iteration numbers, letter, functional, starship critically damaged, vital ingredients missing, unable to synthesize required components, pulse engine requires hermetic seal, request assistance. Recommendation, iteration comparison reveals hermetic seal nearby. Salvage planetary chart from distress beacon cache. Gonna get out and search the thing we've already searched. And it's gonna give us a map. Appear inside the beacon's housing, as well as its distress broadcast unit. It contains a planetary charge. Take the planetary charge. Head back to the safety of my ship. Now we take a look at this map here, and we'll get the other required component to repair our engine. 910 units away. And while we're running this 910 units, we're going to encounter a hazardous storm. That's why it was so important to get the sodium and build the batteries and get the life support. Not so much the life support, but because as long as you took it nice and slow, you shouldn't be low on life support. Buried technology. Salvage data has a new icon. It's a better one. I thought we were just, here's the sodium. This will help us in the hazardous storm. They probably made this easier on purpose because there's this predefined path you go on every game, on every difficulty, you go to get this piece of equipment, right? They probably added the sodium along the path to make it easier because a lot of times you would die on this walk because you didn't have any sodium because you didn't know any better. You didn't know you were going to need 500 sodium to make this walk, so it was pretty fucking hard. So they've added tons of sodium on this path. Here's the big one I was telling you about. Now that's the big one. You need the advanced mining laser. We will take all this little small one. Condensed carbon will recharge the same thing as that the regular carbon recharged, but you can also break it down to more regular carbon than it was condensed. As the storm is here. During these storms on a fire planet, you get extra efficiency of your jetpacks. Use the sodium. Oh, probably should have used the battery. 900 meters isn't too far. If you want, when you know you're getting far when they stop telling you the units and all they tell you is the time it takes. That's how you know you're in for a fucking journey. There's always little ones by the big ones, so just because you can't get the big one, don't mean you're out of luck. Recharge. We are now 500. So we can use our jetpack for quite a distance. Especially because we're just starting the game. And we're on a difficult. We're on a difficult one permanent. There's no way we should be going that far. But I'm happy we got some salvage data so soon. I'm glad that was floating. It's brand new update, but there's still first thing we run into is a bug or a glitch. Learn a word. Fuck your word. You used to get better things than that. Hollow Archive. Hermetic seal is yours. This is a recording of somebody in a distressing situation. They left supplies for the person coming to rescue them, and it's a hermetic seal. That was so much easier than reading it. Storm's clearing. We can take this to refill our mining beam. Refill our life with a life support, and that's we're good. Head back to our ship. Locate starship. It's there. We can tag it with square. They switched up. Most games have the sprint button on the left thumbstick. They've switched it up to where the scanner's on the left, sprint's on the right. So that's why I keep scanning unnecessarily. I've got to get to safety. Because I've got to do some things here, and I don't think... There's the pause, isn't there? That's right. But if you go into your inventory, your character can still die and time still passes. If we had a terrain manipulator, we could mine out this resource. It is copper. That's a copper vein. That's copper ore. Yeah, they made permadeath. Just that little sodium on the pathway. I think they made that easier for every playthrough because it was remarkably difficult not having any sodium because you start in the game from brand new. You have no idea you need sodium and then there's going to be a storm. But it was the same scenario, no matter what your options and settings were, and there was almost no sodium. So most people would die even on, normal difficulty, I would imagine. I've always played it on survival like permadeath. I know I've tried it on normal, but I don't remember that sodium being there. Yeah, big bulbous thing. I think we got the minis away from that one. We sure did. 152 units. Everything is in units. Credits. How ambiguous is that? No, we're still not ready to fly yet. Sorry. But our pulse engine is repaired. So now we got the launch thrusters to repair. That's what all this is saying. We need to grease it with some dihydrogen jelly. And we need to do something with some pure ferrite. To get pure ferrite, we need to refine ferrite dust. To refine things, you need a refiner. There's several types of refiners in the game. You have a portable refiner, you have a small refiner, you have a medium refiner, you have a large refiner, you have a personal inventory refiner. We're going to get the portable refiner as soon as we exit the ship. Construct the portable refiner and craft one metal plating. Metal plating requires 50 ferrite dust. Boom, show it, eh? They said we needed oxygen. We need 30 oxygen, which we already have, so they told us to go ahead and do it, which we will. Now, in your refiner menu, you need fuel, which is either condensed carbon or carbon. Put in condensed. And to get pure ferrite, you need to refine ferrite dust. We have 150. I think we need like 50 ferrite dust, maybe 60. I'm going to put it on 50, and we'll go from there. And while this is refining, you can back out. And all we needed was 50, it says in the bottom right. Go back in, take it out, take this out. Leave the refiner sitting there, but we'll repair our ship. Well, we might as well have picked up the refiner because we're flying now. Our ship's ready to go. All systems functional, pick up your refiner. And then we put in condensed carbon. As long as we didn't use all the condensed carbon, when we pick up a refiner, it'll be regular carbon, but it'll be more. And we head back in our ship and fly. Right triggers the throttle, circles the boost, typical driving controls. Orbital flight achieved. Test your starship systems. Thrust with R2. Thrusting. 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 1 out of 3 complete. Test boost with circle. Boosting. access the pulse engine by holding L1 and R1. Pulse engine engaging. 3 out of 3 complete. We got a message for us down. Select your communicator. Comms override 16, 16, 16, 16. Incoming transmission source 49 Bravo. Identify yourself. I'm Kazix. You know, I don't want to make those silly ass sound effects. We're not alone. This guy's talking to us on the radio. He sent us some coordinates. Let's put it into our navigation system.
Alert. Navigational data received.
Yes, indeed, it was received. It's not on this planet. There it is. We can use L3 with our ship scanner to scan the planet. And it's an iridescent planet, which is a paradise planet, tropical, temperate. They're all the same. It's got starball, paraffinium, cobalt, aggressive sentinels, and copper. I'll teach you about copper later, I suppose. Well, now let's aim the signal source, our mission objective marker. Pulse engine onto it. Your pulse engine auto locks sometimes if you aim properly. We're at half a tank at our pulse engine. We need tritium to refill it. We have tritium, now it's at 100. Press down to access the recharge. All the menus are down, other than pause in the inventory. There's a lot of fucking menus. Now we've hit the atmosphere, and now we're burning up. The witch keeps telling me I'm burning up. The witch keeps telling me I'm burning up. Hell's shit. It's in the water. I'm a good pilot. I sure am. Alright, let's get out. Run the cinematic. Oh my god, what are you? We don't even have a gun, we're just mining his ass. Run, my little sausage. Pick up the knights and the pugnions. Where's our destination? I don't see it. Follow the directional indicator. Oh, we've got the scanners. It's in the water, like they said. You cannot hide from me, my boy. It's actually across the pond, as they say in the UK. Merry old England. We'll need this later. Don't get too close to the thermal vent or we'll burn your ass. Like that. Headed in the right direction. No, we gotta climb the mountain. Christ. 100 units up the mountain. 100 units up something. Something I'm not gonna say. Over here. Fertilizing signal. Yeah, no shit. Okay, now where do we go from here? Target objects and hold R2 to analyze. Didn't I just do that? Where's the animals I was looking at? Animals and plants. Oh, here's where we need to be. What are we coming to here for? The sparking wires of the machine generate a signal tapping out its broadcast into the void. Whoever left this message is long gone. Decipher signal. See, we're getting shot up. Hurry the fuck up. 16, 16, 16. And this guy was getting chased. He had to build a base computer and a terrain manipulator, and he left the blueprints for us. He's dead. Thank you much. We just save Waypoint. Save and chart. Chart your location and whatnot. Not much else to be found around here. I think we can head back to our ship. to lose these sentinels chasing us, to regroup, to figure out a plan of how to proceed. Because we've got things that aren't location based. We could do them from anywhere. If you hold L2, you got your scanner. You poking at an animal, you scan them with R2. You get paid 1,000 units. You can increase that amount later on. Don't worry about it for now. Select terrain manipulation from the log. Our new quest. Install the terrain manipulator in your multi-tool. Press X. This is the terrain manipulator. Requires 2 carbon nanotubes and 1 dihydrogen jelly. We have the jellies. We should be able to craft the carbon nanotubes. We can.
Constructed.
Go back over here. Oh, we need 2 of them. Okay, sorry. You just hold square as a shortcut to craft that. Don't have to go through the whole menu every time. And the terrain manipulator allows us to harvest resources out of the ground. In short, it allows us to manipulate the terrain. But you see over here, see this mound? I thought it was a resource deposit, but I don't know what it is. But no matter what it is, we can manipulate it. Alright, gather copper. It wasn't copper, that's for damn sure. So if you bring up your analyst visor, you can see our ships over there. There's unknown building over there. Cargo drop, hazardous flora. Flora's plant life, armored clam, armored clam. Those are underwater. Heptaloid wheat, it's obviously wheat that grows on the surface. There's a resource. That's what this resource deposits look like. Those cobalt, 1,200 units away. We don't need cobalt at the moment. Copper, 200 units away. That's what they're telling us to get. So we'll go over here. Use our terrain manipulator to harvest some copper. Oh my god, there's a sentinel. No, 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 no. On the outside. Oh, on life support. We don't have any gels. Let's just craft a gel. Let's try that. How about that? Need some carbon. Get some carbon. Do not mind that one bit. We are on a tropical, lush paradise planet full of vegetation and flora. Carbon should be pretty easy to find. But you know what? I'm not seeing a lot of trees around these parts. Just the size of your mining beam, the smaller it is, the more resources you get, the larger it is, the faster you mine. Anytime you need copper, you should get as much as you want until you're bored and tired of playing, because copper is an infinitely valuable resource. Value knows no limit. You never have too much. But we're not going to do that right now. We're just going to get enough. We're actually going to get a little bit more, because we've already got enough. The mission objective has changed, but we're going to get a little bit more extra, because I know we're going to need it. You'll need it the rest of the game. So many things. This is a big deposit. How much do we have? I can't read that. We got 200. Stack size is 500. We're about to die, and we're getting attacked by sentinels. So we need to summon our ship, or just run back to it. Where's the other? Our shield is down. And this is permadeath. And this is permadeath. Oh my god. We better use our oxygen. Because once your shield goes down, every hit damages your life, takes down your life support. Oh, we're in combat. Okay. 2 seconds and we're out of combat. We're out of combat. Awesome. Where's my oxygen? Oh my, partner. Steady as she goes. Fuck, I got disconnected. Establish a base. Construct chromatic metal. Now we need to whip out our portable refiner. Put some carbon back in.
Technology
Low on
recharging.
carbon. Take the copper we just harvested. Find it to chromatic metal. We need 30 to build a base computer. Once you build a base computer, you get a base, which is like 350 by 350 circle, 350 unit diameter circle, something like that. In between 3 and 400 units in a circle is your base. You got to access the computer, save base. What a beautiful sight. Now the reason we wanted to do this is to access the computer, and that's going to be our quest giver. Guy's running out of supply shelter, so we left some plans to build a shelter, and that's what we got to do. So this dialogue option pops. Want to be mining beam? We need some carbon. Now we can scan these objects, and instead of one resource, they'll give us two. So you analyze it to get the second resource, which I will. And it is oxygen. We like oxygen. We need oxygen. Glad I did it. Construct a shelter to hide from the hazards. This quest hasn't changed too much. So, floor. We're gonna build a 3x3
Weather warning. Incoming
underneath
storm.
the hill here.
Base computer online.
Perfect. Oh damn it! The base computer's in. Oh, it'll be inside. Now we need some walls. We're gonna go with door or windows. I think that's a window, isn't it? We're out of carbon. 3 bigger carbon. Oh, it's taking pretty long. That doesn't look like a window to me. How do we rotate? Yeah, I want the extruding outside. It's just extruding. I was hoping it'd be a window. So we're gonna put the regular walls on the outside. Oh, not there. Square, delete. Put it right there. I think we're gonna put the doors in the middle. We're out of carbon, and we need pure ferrite dust for the doors. Well, let me pop a pill here. Oh, the trees are giving out double resources. Condensed carbon and carbon. Wow. These should respawn eventually. Maybe a couple in-game days. Alright. Take some sodium. Put our door up. Oh, we need pure ferrite. So where did our refiner go? It's over here. Pop some condensed carbon in there. Ferrite dust, so we can get some pure ferrite. Going nice and fast. So, door, finally. Fuck's sake, mate. I can't see. That's the center, I know. And that's the center, and that's the center, and one more. Awesome. Let's get some more walls. We need a wall right here. Wall right here. They have changed this a little. I thought it was fine to begin with. Spaceships in the way there, so let's switch back to the door. Got a door there, got a door there, got a door there, need a door here. Missing one wall, but let's switch on up to the roof. We need a flat roof or a rounded roof. Flat roof is just cost the same amount of money as the rounded roof, so we'll go with the rounded roof. We're missing ferrite dust. Just right outside our base. Might as well get both resources while we're at it, which is dihydrogen. That's decent. They might have switched this up a little. I don't remember ever seeing condensed carbon as a secondary resource. Sodium, they've definitely switched this up for the better. Good mining game for that. So I'm really liking what I see so far. Yeah, let's get this roof built. There, right there, right there, there. There. Glad the door is automatically open. Sentinels. You're gonna have some sentinels in your base. So it's not that big a deal. Perched on our vantage point here, we can spot all the ferrite dust. Call for reinforcements. I don't give a fuck. Building my roof, buddy. There, one, two more. We don't have the carbon. Just saw a tree out here. There it is. Good to go. We actually don't have to build it out this much. As you can see, it told us to talk to our base computer, and we haven't completed our shelter. But it will be useful to have a shelter. One more roof segment. Come on, there we go. And we're done. Now it says need to access our, oh, we got one more wall piece. All our spaceships needs to be moved. Oh, that's such a waste of fuel. Let's just access the computer and continue the story. Yeah, he had more problems. He needed to find salvage data, so he needed to dig it up. And to do that, he needed a research construction unit. No, he needed a research construction unit to make use of the salvage data, which I'll show you in the next episode. We're gonna pin that. How do we pin this? I like that free camera. That's neat. So how do we pin this? We pin it from this menu. Okay, yeah. Select part. How do we pin the recipe? I don't see a goddamn pin anywhere, but we need magnetized ferrite and carbon nanotubes. Can we make the carbon nanotubes? We can. You get magnetized ferrite by refining pure ferrite. You get pure ferrite by refining ferrite dust. Let's see if we have any pure ferrite. Pure ferrite right here. Magnetized ferrite, we need 20. 10. 20. Construction research unit in the corner. Alright, let's spend the salvage data at this machine. We have at least one salvage data. So we can get a base teleporter. We're going to have to, that's going to be a part of a mission eventually. So we can get biofuel reactor or save beacon. We're gonna have to have the biofuel
Vital
reactor.
instinct.
And I think we're out of salvage data. No, we can get electrical wiring for free.
Credit
We
received.
are out of salvage data, and it says your base can be renamed. Access your terminal to do so. Up here at the top, it says Exbrihumi Outpost. Over here, there's a pencil. Select, hold that down, and we're gonna rename our base. Here's Super Base. Boom, show day. Upload it. Why not? And that's gonna be make us out of time. This has been your boy Super Player No Man's Sky. I hope you enjoyed it. Would help me out a lot if you subscribe. We're gonna do a ship exit quick save here, and then we're gonna end the video.